The reason you're waiting to trust yourself is the exact same reason you need to act right now. And no, it's not fair. It's a lie you've been telling yourself. That's way easier to believe than the truth. I am so excited for today's topic, and it's weird for me to say that because I make a ton of these, and the reason why is because it feels like I'm going to tackle something internal. I guess trigger warning for anyone who is particularly sensitive, but here is a big video. How to trust yourself when things have not been easy. The reason I'm excited is because I get to remind myself of things with this video as well. First of all, confidence comes from action. It doesn't come from you telling stuff. It comes from you doing stuff. If you have continuously stuck to doing it, you build confidence. You only gain experience through experience. That's how it works. It doesn't matter what history you have with yourself, but if you do something and it's for your own well-being, you have trust. So if you feel crap about yourself, but you still do something like, let's say you seek therapy, let's say that you go on a run, let's say that you watch something comforting instead of something that will keep you grounded in that same negative energy, that is something that is beneficial for you. So if you keep making a habit, you will eventually realize that you are more trustworthy because you are surrounding yourself with something that helps you. During the moment, it doesn't feel like it, but when you realize over time, when it becomes a long-term thing, it actually rewires your mind. And that's where it gets so cool, because when you rewire your mind, that's when things get easier. Because everything is internal. So when you control what's inside, everything outside is basically going to exude from that. If you know that you've messed up in the past, if you know you've done something, how do you approach it? How do you still try instead of thinking, okay, I'm going to mess it up again? First of all, here's a blunt question. If you do mess it up, are you going to stick with that excuse for the rest of your life? No, seriously. Let's say there's something you've always wanted to do in life, but it's hard. Are you going to just throw it away and say, ow, I'm gone. That's it. Or are you instead going to say, okay, fine, this sucks, but I want it? Because people who want something, they're not going to settle for anything but that. And that's exactly how you build that trust within yourself. You don't just say, I want something. You strive for it. You show yourself each day you want it. Like, if you want a dream body, for example, if you want to be a healthy person, you ensure that you do something that someone who has your quote-unquote dream body. Let me just explain something. This is not glorification. A dream body should always be based on something healthy and something that you should want for yourself, not based on social media, not based on comparisons. Let me just explain. So yeah, that is the most important thing. But what would you do to maintain it? Eat healthy, of course. Do some movement where possible. And the more you do that, the more you realize I do want it. Because here's the issue. A lot of people have wishful thinking. Let me repeat. A lot of people have wishful thinking. People daydream. People want something. But not enough people strive for it. And there's a difference. If you want something tough, so many people could want it. But what are you doing to obtain it? What are you doing to make it possible for yourself? Anyone could want something. You're not special in that regard. But if you genuinely decide this is mine, this is what I'm going to do, you stick to it. Even if you see the opposite, even if you see everything is against you, no one's on your side, you still decide, you know what, I'm not settling for any less. And you make that comfort zone a new one. You leave your old one and make something else your comfort zone. You build an empire from the broken pieces of what didn't work, because you know that a failure or a setback is only going to help you build a stronger foundation. And you know that a strong foundation will ensure the whole thing doesn't collapse. And that is exactly what you guys have to see. Like, I'm not BSing and telling you, oh, it's easy. No way. Life's hard. Life shows you that in many ways. But the only way you can trust yourself is by doing stuff. Because you can say, okay, I'm a good person. Okay, I'm successful. Okay, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence you're hardworking? Even to yourself. This is not to prove to anyone else. Where's the evidence you want so-and-so? So many of us say, I want money. I want a good partner. Are you a good partner yourself? Are you a good friend yourself? Can you trust yourself? If you were in a room with yourself or someone who is equivalent to you, can you handle being in the same room as them? Be brutally honest. Because sometimes you realize, okay, wait, I need to work on this. That is how you trust yourself. It's not from, oh, I suck, I'm such a terrible person. No, do something about it. Because no one is entitled to help you. No one is going to save you. You are there for you, and you're going to be like, you know what, I'm tired of my own BS. And you are going to get yourself up, whether you like it or not, okay? You're damn well worth it. I don't care if you're like, oh, but I don't see it. I don't care. I know what it's like. Let me say, honey, you've got this. Genuinely. And that is exactly how you become confident. You think when I did my first YouTube video with commentaries, I wasn't scared? I was damn well scared. I was thinking, what if people don't like me rambling? What if I get hate comments? What if people say this is cringe? Or what if I somehow feel like I regret it? But then people told me it helped them. But you know what? The risk I took, the only way I became confident to express myself like this, yes, because of your guys' support, thank you so much. It's also because I showed up for myself. Before I even had anything work, I showed up for myself. And that's how I built that trust. That's why even at freaking 5 a.m. I can make a video. And that's what you guys need to strive for. Not necessarily content, if you're not into that, but understanding that you want to change your life and you need to do something. So how do you trust yourself? What are you going to do? Genuinely, what does a trustworthy person look like in your eyes? If you are told, I want someone trustworthy, what does that look like? Do you embody that? Because the problem is we are entitled ourselves as a society. We think, okay, I want this kind of person. Are we that kind of person? You want a kind person? You want a good influence? Are you kind? Are you a good influence? Because no one said that we ship a-holes with people who are just kind. Not saying you are one, I'm just saying generally. So that's what I want you guys to take from this. Short and sweet, but it's something that a lot of us need. Build that confidence. And it's not from telling yourself you can't do something. Do something about it. Tough. So many people said I can't do it, but you know what? They said it less and less. From practicing, from I can't do it to I'm getting there to I did it. That's how it works. Don't make dumb excuses and keep ruining your life and saying, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. No. You are going to be the only one to blame. So I want you guys to get up and just say, you know what, I'm doing this. There's a task you've just freaking left and you're like, okay, I need to do this. Do it. Stop hesitating. Stop procrastinating. Because that is honestly one of the worst things. And do things free of judgment. Who cares if people judge? Who cares if people find it cringe? Half the people who say it's cringe don't do anything with their lives. So why am I going to listen to them? And this is what I want you guys to understand. I'm not just saying you're worth it to be corny. I'm saying this because I've been there before. That is how you build confidence. By doing things. By telling yourself, I'm going to do this and sticking to it. Because if you keep telling yourself, I'm going to do it and you never do it, you will never build confidence. You know what's going to happen instead? You are going to have self-deprecation. I didn't do this. I said I'll do this. Oh, I feel terrible. I'm not very good. I'm very lazy. Do you see? That's what happens. So before any of that happens, you need to owe it to yourself and say, you know what? I'm doing this. Flip this. Flip your mood. Keep doing it. And that's what people seriously need to get into their heads. There were many times I didn't want to make a video. Many, many times. But then I was like, you know what? Stop making excuses. I have the brains. I have the topic in mind. I have the mental capacity. I have the facilities. Let me do it. And not just that, I want to create stability for myself. In some situations, you just have no choice but to move. But you have to make it in a way that's enjoyable. Instead of beating yourself up, you just say, you know what can I do right now? Even if I'm just getting 1% better, what am I going to do? And you will see, guys, that when you adopt a mentality like this, you will not just feel confident in yourself. You won't even recognize yourself. You will feel like you're damn well worth it. And you'll feel better about yourself. You'll have better boundaries. And that's how people work on themselves to have better self-esteem. So yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys deal with confidence. What makes you confident? I'd love to hear different perspectives. Actions are definitely part of the sequence, but I do know inner talk is another one. So yeah, talk to yourself properly. Don't talk to yourself like a freaking degenerate, okay? Talk to yourself like a human being who's worthy of love, because you are. Anyway, I feel like it's weird. My character is like going on a run. That's the vibe I get. And that's literally what I'm emitting. So yeah, totally unplanned, but I was willing to share this because this energy is, I feel it's contagious. I want you guys to carry it. I send good vibes. And yeah, support my Ko-fi page as well. And please also buy some of my merch as well. Link is in the description. But hope you guys chase after your goals. Go be incredible. Stop procrastinating. Do what you have to do. And remember, confidence starts from within. And I'm not trying to be corny. The more you lay it off, the more regrets you're going to have. So you either do something about it and complain about your life, or you actually be smart, use your initiative and be like, you know what, I'm doing this. I don't care. I'm doing this because I want to do it.